What is the role of a leader? Well, the first one clearly is to be the chief meeting officer. To let everyone in the place know where you're going, why you're going there, and most importantly, what's in it for them to get there with you. People like to talk about where they're going, why they're going there, but they always leave out the third thing. When you come into a new job and you say, we want to change. Change is great, we got to do it. You forget, people hate change. You got to explain what's in it for them to change with you. So be the chief meaning officer and give meaning to every one of those people that are out there doing that job so that they understand why you're going where you're going. Yeah, and they know what's in it for them. Better job, more pay, more flexibility, maybe nothing if you can't say nothing. But you gotta understand that's one of them. Another part of a job, your job is to not give all these directives and not be the person getting rid of the clutter. Getting rid of clutter is a huge deal. You can't all of a sudden have bureaucracy. Let's go here, let's go there, then have 20 rules to stop the employees from getting there. You've got to break down all those little silos that occur, all those little bureaucrats who are checking the boxes in some layers, slowing you down. You've got to be the person we always use this analogy of curling. You see it every 4 years in the Olympics with the broom out in front of the thing. You've got to be brooming away the stuff that's in the way. You've got to be the chief broomer out there to get rid of things so people can act and do things. You've got to have, if you want to be, in my experience, and I've looked at thousands of managers in my lifetime, you've got to have a generosity gene. It's got to be in your body. You've got to love to see people promoted. You can't have a jealous vein where you can't, oh, Joe got promoted and I should have got that job, or Mary got this and Pete should have got it, or whatever. You got to enjoy people's success. You got to love people's success. You got to get in their skin and really be excited as hell for them. You got to love to give raises. You got to be turned on giving bonuses. It's got to make you feel great. And not, geez, I gave him a bonus and I didn't get one that big. None of those feelings. You got to just get over them. And if I look at all the leaders I've seen, the best ones I've seen have this generosity gene. Ask yourself, do you have it? Or do you have a little small gene in there that's killing you to give raises, killing you to see other successes and jealous in your body? You can't have it. Brush it out, clean it out. And then do you go to work every day, finally, to really have fun? Are your people having fun? Find all kinds of ways to win. There are small victories all the time, and celebrate every one of them. We found a way to bring a keg in on everything. Find a way to make little victories big victories. And if you get a lot of little victories, you'll get a big victory when you add them all together. But think of the job that way. Work is fun. And your job is to make it fun if you're a leader. Don't be some grinding horse's ass. If you're a bore, slap yourself. Think of the excitement and fun you can have in your job. Make it fun. Be the chief fun officer. So in my view, you've got a huge responsibility, most of you. God gave you a job where you are responsible for people's lives. It's a big deal. You got families you're responsible for. Make it a big success for them. You got one of the luxuries of life to impact people's lives. Grab it, squeeze it, and take advantage of it. All I want to do is win. Let me tell you something. Everything you do in every project you're in, you want to win. Winning is good. Not just because I wrote a book about it, but winning is everything. And let me tell you why winning is everything. Winning companies give back.
Winning companies pay taxes. Winning companies' employees pay taxes. Winning companies volunteer. GE had 50,000 mentors in cities, mentoring inner city kids. Do you think dot-coms that blew up had their employees out mentoring kids in the city? They were trying to survive. Losing is a disaster. Everybody loses. Only winning companies provide revenues for a government that provides nothing. A government takes your revenues and protects us, well done with a war, protects us with a judicial system, polices for us, but they do it from a healthy winning company and its employees' revenues. So everything you do, every act you come up with has got to satisfy, first of all, satisfy customers, and then deliver the goods so that you win. Because when you win, society wins. When you lose, society gets nothing. So every one of these politically correct people that are running around saying, give me your first social responsibility. It's to win. Because if you win, you can then have a social responsibility. Do you think a dot-com has a social responsibility that blew up? No way. So you can't start out with, give me, my first responsibility is make a hell of a lot of money and then be able to provide the government with it and provide the citizens of the community with it. So in every decision that, like you just talked about, is you don't do it for any reason other than to win and provide jobs, successful careers, successful lives, revenue streams, to take care of society's needs. But a healthy society is driven by good, winning companies.
I think if I go at it, I made mistakes on deals. I'd openly admit it. I'd walk around talking about it. If I can make this big a dopey move, anybody can make a move. Don't be paralyzed. I made lots of mistakes on people. I hired people in the early days. I hired them almost always on resumes and slickness, which is probably inversely proportional to talent. So I did a number of these things on a fairly frequent basis, but I talked about it. I think the thing is, talking about what your mistakes are helps an organization enormously. It allows them to feel free to make it. I mean, I bought an investment bank kid at Peabody. No one could make a mistake bigger than that. Boo-boos that we didn't know how to run it, we had breakdowns in the system. We ended up on the front page of the Wall Street Journal 17 times in 14 months. Right-hand column, being called dopes. That's not fun. And we went through that because it was a cultural error that I personally made. And I owned up to it, talked to everybody about it.
The boss's entire job is to get the combined intellect of his team to be raised to a new level and to instill spirit. Find every way to celebrate. Find every excuse to have a party. Every little victory counts. I mean, it is so, if a boss can't energize, if he or she can't excite and make people want to be there, they shouldn't have that title.
I think people too often think of innovation as going to the lab or going off in the garage and designing something new and bringing it to market. I think innovation's all around you. You see or smell something that somebody else is doing, you adapt it to your place and take it to new levels. That's a breakthrough for your company. And the process never stops. And if you've got a company that has a mentality inside that is filled with searching for a better idea every day, not just as a slogan, but as a real concept, you will have innovation around you all the time. Classic example, we had an innovation by going to India. We went to India in the late 80s. And we went there to sell lots of products to 1 billion people. Well, 15 years later, we still haven't reached $1 billion in sales. But we've got 41,000 employees because we found intellect. And we were the first people to go there and build huge R&D centers, technology centers, by using the intellect. That was it. That's innovation. Getting stuck in one corner when bureaucracy won't let you sell products,
but finding another answer, intellect, and capitalizing on it. So I think innovation is everywhere. I think it's in the structure of your organization. I think it's in every process you deal with. It's just finding a better way to do things every day.